फेसबुक का एक करना है मुझे। अभी पीपीटी पे ही है ना? हाँ, डोंट डू एनीथिंग। मिक्सर पे जाओ ना, मिक्सर। Put my video on. Yeah, hi Sulba. I'm right now going live and I'm seeing the same presentation that we had presented earlier, How to Become a Better Photographer by Ashutosh Shinde. Okay, we move to the next slide in which Ashutosh explains himself that he is banker by profession and a photographer by passion. I can see on the mixer what's happening, and I would suggest that if we can put my video also on PIP, please. Or my video also on PIP so that you can shift it towards the left side. That's right. So basically, I'm banker by profession and a photographer by passion. Key interests: wildlife and nature, conservation, photography. Sulba, we have made it live even on Facebook, so you can check it on Facebook as well about what it is. Facebook is ICICI webinar page. I told you earlier. So that is the page where we have kept it live. Critical evaluation by mentors and continuous self-learnings is the key for growth so far. We now move to the next slide. Now, in this slide, basically, it talks about want to become a photographer, why photography, why DSLR, and do big lenses fascinate you, shoot in auto mode. Now, photography, as they say, is if English is a language, then grammar and light is the grammar of photography. That's what they say. So first of all, let's explain why photography, which is there on the next slide. I'm not very good at this particular thing. There are types of photography and current market. How should one start? Equipment to start photography. Selection of correct equipment. We now move to the next slide, which has types of photography. It is wildlife and nature photography, street and people photography, fashion photography, wedding and event photography, other commercial photography such as product, food, architectural, industrial and corporate, etc. Sports photography. We now move to the next slide. The next slide basically talks about how to start with photography, get your basics right, learn from masters in the field by way of continuous hand holding. Academics like DCP expeditions are very helpful for all types of photographers, from beginners to experts. So we move to the next slide. The next slide talks about equipment for different types of photography and their selection. Selection of camera, DSLR and point and shoot. We are checking on both the places. We are checking on the website itself, as well as we are checking on the Facebook. Both the places it's running proper. So far there doesn't seem to be any buffering. What is crop, sensor body and full frame body? Selection of lenses, what all other accessories required and when. Now this is an entire chart which talks about DSLR or point and shoot. There are basically two elements to it. One, in DSLR, you have interchangeable lenses, bulky and heavy, complete manual control, raw file, large sensor, greater dynamic range, higher ISO performance, expensive, it's about rupees 30,000, choice of serious photographers. Point and shoot camera, one single attached lens, sleek and small, only few other such control, no raw files, small sensor, low dynamic range, low PSO, performance, less expensive. We are just closing the streaming right now. Just 1 second.